The Brahminy House creates a feeling of connectedness. It's deeply rooted in the landscape and in the place. And it's a very peaceful house to live in. I think my favourite space is the sanctuary at the back of the house, where you look up on the native heath, and then as you turn to view through the house, you can look out to the bay, and you get it all. And if you're lucky, you'll see a Brahminy kite flying up the coast. We are at Wategos Beach in Byron Bay. The house sits on Bundjalung country, and the local crew are the Arakwal of Bundjalung land. When we're looking at the external form, we thought about house as sculpture in the landscape, and we wanted to make sure that all of the moves were really intentional. As you walk up into the house, there's a more casual entry under a beautiful concrete form with plants cascading out of it. You walk up to an outdoor shower, which is clad in the local basalt stone. As you move past and have your shower, drop your surfboard, there's some Italian terracotta tiles that walk up the side entry into the back area with the pool. There's sculptural forms that are cut into the hill with plants cascading over these as well. And you then slowly take a right and enter into the main space of the house. And then you look out over the bay, which is pretty mesmerising. In this space, the kitchen, living and dining are all connected as one. When our studio produces one big space for all these functions, we try to differentiate through either floor or roof heights. So in this house, the living space has this pop-up, which gives it a different atmosphere. Deep shards of sunlight come through and track on the ground like a clock. You see glimpses of native bush, and you feel like you're in a different space while you're still connected to the kitchen. This flexibility makes for really interesting experiences in the house. The cutouts in the form are really intentional. The cutout beyond the kitchen frames the view to the lighthouse while you're at the kitchen sink, which is really powerful. They create this beautiful negative space so that you really look at the relationship between the curves in the pool and the cutouts in the roof, and they start creating this sort of sculptural dynamic that's really interesting. The house had to be bulletproof in terms of its materiality. The salt and the wind, a really harsh environment. We have the stone base, then the render moving up through the upper levels, and the recycled hardwood timber on the ceilings and the decks. All of this creates warmth, creates interest, and is really robust and sturdy. The master suite is a fantastic space at the top of the house. The clients wanted to be able to retreat up there when they had a house full of guests and be able to hang out on the balcony, have a glass of wine, reflect on the day. It has a rock star bathtub that you sit in on a plinth looking over the bay. You can be as private as you want up there because it's tucked back in amongst the roof garden. It is another space of sanctuary. We often talk about tropical brutalism in the studio, where we can use really robust materials but in a really warm, textured, earthy way. And I think this is what we're probably most proud of. Foley Constructions, the builder, Tyler Guy, the project architect, Fig Landscapes, Wood Rabbit Joinery. Everyone did such an amazing job to create this beautiful space.
This video is brought to you by 10, our debut hardcover book celebrating 10 issues of the local project. 10 unites the very best projects from the first 10 issues of the publication into a beautiful single volume. With over 400 pages of architecture and design from both leading and emerging creatives, the hardcover book takes readers on a curated and meditative journey. The premium paper stock of the book means 10 is an enduring addition to a coffee table or library to be enjoyed for years to come. With worldwide delivery available, have 10 delivered directly to your door. Head to the link in the video description to purchase your copy now and use the code BOOK5 at checkout for a 5% discount.